Good morning. This is the second part of our tutorial for a simple rigged mesh avatar. You should have your model and your skeleton. Please see part 1 of the tutorial in order to create your model and your skeleton base. First we'll start out, we have imported the head, the upper body, and the lower body. So first thing we want to do is we want to protect these different parts from having their texture mapping destroyed. So what we want to do is we want to go to the little button that says Material. We want to click the plus button, and we want to name this material lower, as in lower legs. Next you select your torso, your upper body. Hit the plus button again. Give it a name of upper for upper body. Next you want to select your head. Sometimes this can be a little bit tricky to select. You may have to zoom in a little to grab a hold of it. You want to hit the plus button and then give it a name. We'll call it head. Now that you've given each piece of your mesh body a material face, you can now join the pieces together safely without destroying the UV mapping or the texture mapping. The texture mapping is used to paste clothing, skins, or any other things onto your mesh avatar. Otherwise you will have a naked mesh that we will unable to get any texturing or graphics onto. You must do the material faces or else. Now, joining the mesh body. Make sure you're in object mode. Select your lower, your upper body, and your head. Try to select just the head because this is the part where it gets a little tricky because sometimes there's other elements here that you can accidentally select. Make sure you have selected your head, upper body, and lower legs only. Do not select the skeleton. Once you have all three pieces selected, go to Object, go to Join. Now go from Object Mode to Edit Mode, and go ahead and go to Mesh, Vertices, Remove Doubles. This will completely join the mesh body together so it's one solid piece. Now we can move to rigging the avatar. So you select just your body first. You can press Z for zebra to go to wireframe mode, and then hold down Shift and select the bones or the little stick figure. Go to Object, Apply, Rotation and Scale. Then go back to Object, go to Parent, Set, with automatic weights, And now you've rigged your avatar. So let's go ahead and test our avatar now. So press Z to get out of wireframe mode, and go to select just the bones. Once you have just the bones selected, they'll turn yellow. Go to pose mode. Select a hip or a thigh or a limb attached to your mesh body. Press R for rotate. You want to test to make sure that the body moves properly and bends properly. Start with the lower legs. Usually there's problems with the feet. That's usually where the problems occur. Start with the other thigh. Move the leg, wiggle the mouse left and right. You can see that the body is one solid piece. It's a little blocky right now, but we will get to fixing that later also. Check your torso. Make sure your torso is bending and properly and not separating from your lower body. Check your upper torso. Make sure it is not separating also. Check your arms. Move them up and down. Make sure they are not separating. Separation is a very common problem in Second Life when you don't join the mesh body properly. Select your neck. Wiggle the neck left and right. Make sure that this all moves in the way it should and doesn't have any kind of separations or jaggedy spikes occurring. Now that you've tested your mesh avatar, you can go ahead and select just the body. You will have a little panel on the side. Press the T button if you don't have the panel. And then you go to Object Tools, Shading, smooth. You've noticed that the avatar has now gone from blocky to smooth. So, and then you can also test again your movement in your bones to make sure that everything is proper. If it is, you can then go ahead and go from pose mode to object mode. Go back, press Z for zebra. Select just your mesh body. Select, hold down shift, and with the right mouse button, select the bones. So the body will turn orange, the bones will turn yellow. Go to File, Export, collada.dae. Select Export Only Selected. Select Export for Second Life. Save your model in a place that you know you can find it. We're saving ours on our desktop in the avatar.blender folder. Export your mesh. And you completed making a mesh for Second Life. You can now upload it. Please see the Second Life tutorials on how to upload mesh. Have a nice day and thank you.